Hey there, everyone. Meryl here, your Rebel Nutritionist. And today is Story Day. It is another one of my stories, but today we are talking about my COVID story. So understand this is from my perspective, my experience with my clients. This is not meant to act as medical advice. As always, if you have questions, please reach out. So my story began July 4th weekend. I actually started on a Friday night with this tickle in my throat that I thought was an allergy. The rest of the weekend went along fine. I just had a tickle, cleared my throat, actually thought it was a scratchy throat. I literally thought I was getting a cold. I really didn't even feel that terrible, did not have a fever, did not have any respiratory symptoms, and basically stayed home for the week just to make sure because everybody was around me was obviously terrified. So stayed home, didn't officially have the diagnosis until almost a week later, but a few days after that tickle started, it was probably about 4 or 5 days, I ended up losing my sense of smell and taste. So bingo, we know that is a confirmation right there. I consider myself fortunate, but really yes and no. Obviously, it's a big deal, but I was not that scared of getting it because I have been spending or at least the second half of my lifetime, 25 years already, building up my immune system. Remember, I had cancer. After that, I have really made sure that I have been proactive about my health in every way, shape, or form. And this brings me to my next point. We talk about prevention on so many levels, and yet our society does not embrace prevention. Our culture does not embrace prevention. If we did, we'd hear about it in mainstream media way more than we are. Vitamin D gets a snippet here and there. The gut microbiome gets a snippet here and there. But those of us in the functional realm know how important it is to keep your body healthy and supported from the ground up. So if you focus on doing that, then you are setting yourself up for resilience, right? And you are allowing your body to go through this process the way it is supposed to. Our bodies are all about survival. And so if you give your body the right tools to support that survival, that makes a huge difference. I know people who got sick the same time I got sick, who had compromised microbiomes. I talk about gut microbiome health all the time. 80% of our immune system is in our guts. If your gut is not healthy, your body won't be healthy. We know vitamin D is a huge factor in immune health. There's studies that confirm it all the time. There was just a recent study, like we need a study to prove that. Again, I don't know, but supporting your vitamin D levels. When I hear people say, oh, well, someone got sick and someone succumbed to the disease and we thought that they were healthy, what are we basing health on? Do we really know how healthy they are? Do we know if they have a good vitamin D level? I have people coming in all day long who look healthy. They are of normal weight and they look like they are the picture of health, yet they have a lot of inflammation. Their vitamin D levels are really low. So those are the things that we know are risk factors. Metabolic disease. Now, if you are obese, this is an issue for you. So we often equate health to weight. There is no more of a misconception than that. Again, I have people coming in who are of normal weight, who are thin, who are some of the most unhealthy people I know, and vice versa. So you really need to know your own health picture and know where you are at to be able to be resilient through a virus. Again, there are no guarantees. This is not about that. But if you can support your body in the best way possible, if you can support your immune system, and it doesn't mean just throwing a ton of vitamins. It's not just taking zinc and vitamin C and vitamin D. It is about what do you do with your lifestyle, making sure that you exercise and you move your body, right? Not to the point where like you're going crazy and creating more inflammation, but moving your body. Are you getting enough sleep? Are you eating well, right? I always say you cannot supplement away a poor diet. So all of these things, are you meditating? Are you doing breath work? Are you allowing your body to calm down? Are you in that go, go, go mode all the time? Because that stress will create inflammation in your body. So there are so many factors, and they are simple. It doesn't have to be difficult. We seem to make this so much more complex than it is if we really just take one behavior at a time. And then it's also looking at the long haulers, right? I had suffered some longer term symptoms. And then when I actually did my own testing, after I had checked for antibodies, I also checked where my white blood cell, red blood cell count was to see what the infection had done to my body. I was checking my vitamin levels. I made myself a formula. I should have had it here. I'll show it to you. That allows me to correct for my individual deficiencies. Because remember, I always say, this is not a one-size-fits-all approach. And it never has been, and neither, nutrition is never a one-size-fits-all approach. So if you don't know where you are, then that's something that's going to be important to look at. But even in the long haul piece of this, we know there is a syndrome called post-viral stress syndrome. And so it is about, if your body becomes depleted because your immune system is working overtime, your body is trying to fight this thing, and your body has been depleted, well, it makes sense. We have to put back those things into our bodies that have been depleted. But how do we know? How do we know what's been depleted? If you go back to even just supporting your diet with real, whole, unprocessed foods, that can be a game changer. Take out the sugar. Take out the sodas. Small things. Get your body moving. Get out in the fresh air. We are coming into spring, hopefully, in most places here in Florida. It's beautiful, and we have a good hair day today because it's not humid. But get out and move your body. Go get some sunshine. And make sure you are paying attention to the signals that your body is sending you, because it speaks to you. And prevention is our best medicine. But again, if you do end up with COVID and you are finding that you are not as resilient, let's take a step back and figure out how to support your system, how to even incorporate small things. We've got some really nice infographics and handouts. Reach out to us. I'm happy to send them to you. I am happy to talk to you a little bit more about my journey, a little bit more about the people that I have worked with and helped, and that I will continue to help. So wishing you all a healthy day ahead, a healthy week, a healthy year. Stay safe, be well, and pay attention to what your body is telling you.